Welcome to AI for the People. We're diving into why everyone's calling 2025 the year of the AI agent. It seems like all of a sudden, developers and investors are going crazy for these things.
Yeah, it really is exploding right now.
We'll try to break down why.
But it's not just hype. There are real projects out there, like AIXBT and this one, AIXBT.
AIXBT.
Yeah. These aren't just some cool demos anymore. They're actually doing stuff.
Okay, so let's break down what makes these specific projects so interesting, like GOT. I was reading that it can optimize delivery routes and then turn around and create dynamic environments in video games. How can one AI be so versatile?
Well, the key with GOT is that it can adapt. It can adapt to different tasks. It can learn from new data. So, in logistics, it can look at traffic patterns in real time, and it can adjust routes as needed. So you get faster deliveries and you save on fuel. But then in a video game, it can learn from how you play and actually create challenges that are specific to you.
So it's not just following instructions, it's learning as it goes. That's really impressive.
Yeah.
Now ACT is being considered for disaster response.
Yeah.
Which sounds pretty high stakes.
For sure. If you think about it, when there's a natural disaster, you need to make quick decisions.
Right.
You need coordinated action.
To save lives.
Exactly. And ACT is designed for exactly those kinds of situations,
Right.
where things are unpredictable, where things are chaotic. It can take in data from all kinds of sources, like the weather, sensor readings, even social media posts.
Oh, wow.
To get a handle on what's happening, and then figure out where to send resources.
So instead of relying on people,
Yeah.
which can be slow and make mistakes, especially in a crisis, you have this AI that can process everything super fast.
At lightning speed.
And make recommendations based on data.
Yeah, and it's not about replacing human responders. It's about giving them a tool.
To make better, faster decisions.
Right, so that rescues can be even more effective.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Now, this next one, AIXBT, is where it gets really interesting because it involves blockchain. And usually people think about cryptocurrencies when they hear blockchain.
Right, yeah.
But this seems like a whole different thing.
AIXBT is about decentralization and trust. So it creates AI agents that operate across these blockchain networks, which means that every action they take is recorded.
Oh, wow.
On this permanent record that can't be changed. And this is really important when you need transparency and security.
Okay, so like financial trading.
Yeah.
Or these DAOs.
Exactly.
Decentralized autonomous organizations.
Right.
So if I was using a trading bot that was powered by AIXBT, I could be confident that every transaction is being recorded, can't be messed with.
Exactly. And then in a DAO, where you've got a whole community making decisions, AIXBT can actually execute those decisions based on the rules of the blockchain.
Wow.
Without any one person controlling it.
So you're kind of baking trust into the system.
Exactly.
Which is essential if people are going to feel comfortable, turning over big decisions to AI.
Exactly.
Speaking of trust, we have to talk about Nvidia. They kind of have a huge influence over AI these days.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
The CUDA platform is like the industry standard for developers now.
It is. And their GPUs are the ones that are actually running all these incredible AIs.
Yeah. And they're not just providing the tools. They're kind of shaping the direction of the whole field. Like I was reading about these new Hopper and Blackwell GPUs.
Yeah.
They're just absolute monsters. And they're designed specifically for AI.
For the heavy lifting.
And then on top of that, they're partnering with Microsoft for Azure integration.
Yeah.
Funding startups through their Inception program. It's like they're everywhere.
And what's fascinating is their dominance is actually driving innovation across the whole AI ecosystem.
How so?
Well, they're setting such a high bar that it forces everyone else, like AMD and Intel.
They're competitors.
Yeah, to constantly push themselves to develop better and faster tech.
So it's kind of like this tech arms race.
Right.
But in a good way.
In a good way.
Everyone benefits in the end.
Exactly.
But is NVIDIA's influence too big?
That's a good question. When one company has so much power, I think it's important to look at the implications. Like, how are they using all their resources to shape research? Are they prioritizing what benefits their business over what could benefit society more broadly?
Yeah, it's like they're not just a company anymore. They're practically governing the AI world.
In a way.
Setting standards, influencing research, choosing which startups to support. It's a lot of power for one company.
It is.
But before we get too deep into that, I want to talk about what all this means for the average person. AI agents are cool, but they only matter if they actually improve our lives.
That's true. And that's where it gets really exciting, because we are already seeing AI agents making a difference. like in finance.
Okay, how so?
Well, imagine an AI that helps you manage your money, tracks your spending, even finds ways to save you money.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Right.
I'm terrible with money. I need an AI to take over my finances.
Right. What about healthcare?
Well, there's this whole area of personalized healthcare where AI is making a big difference.
So think about those wearables that track your vitals. Now imagine an AI that's analyzing that data, looking for tiny patterns that might mean something's wrong before you even feel sick.
That's incredible. Like a personal health coach in your pocket,
Right.
always looking out for you.
And it's not just prevention. AI agents can also help doctors with diagnosis, with treatment plans, even with surgeries.
Wow.
So we're talking about AI that could potentially save lives.
This is amazing. Okay, so AI agents are already impacting finance and healthcare. But what about education?
Oh, this is a big one.
Yeah.
Imagine a world where every student has their own personal AI tutor. That adapts to how they learn best.
That would be a game changer.
Right. An AI could look at your strengths and weaknesses, figure out where you need help, give you personalized instruction and feedback.
That's incredible. No more one-size-fits-all lectures or textbooks.
Right.
It would revolutionize education.
And it's not just about helping students. It could also free up teachers from a lot of that administrative work. So they can actually focus on teaching.
Wow. This is all incredibly exciting. But it also brings up some pretty big questions about the future of work, education, even society as a whole. We've only just scratched the surface of AI's potential here.
We have a lot more to unpack.
And we will, right after a quick break.
Welcome back to AI for the People. Before the break, we were talking about all the amazing things AI agents can do.
It's easy to get caught up in the excitement.
Right.
And forget that AI is a powerful technology. Like any technology, it can be misused.
It can have unintended consequences.
So let's talk about the elephant in the room, job displacement.
Yeah.
A lot of people are worried that AI agents will automate their jobs out of existence.
That's a real concern. As these AIs get more sophisticated, they will be able to do tasks that currently require humans.
So what can we do about it? Are we all going to be replaced by robots? Or is there a way for humans and AI to work together?
I think there's a path forward where AI actually empowers us.
Instead of replacing us.
Exactly. The key is to adapt. We need to evolve alongside the technology.
So instead of being afraid of AI,
Yeah.
we should be focusing on developing new skills.
Yeah.
Skills that will be in demand in an AI-powered future. So we need to focus on things that AI can't do as well as humans, like creativity, critical thinking, emotional intelligence.
Those are the skills that will set us apart.
We need to become lifelong learners, always updating our skills and embracing new technologies.
And think of AI as a tool,
not threat,
that can help us do more.
Instead of taking our jobs.
That's a great way to look at it.
Okay, so it's not humans versus AI. It's humans and AI working together.
Exactly.
To create a better future for everyone.
That's the goal.
I like that. There are already examples of this happening, like in healthcare.
Right. AI agents are helping doctors with diagnoses and treatment plans, but they're not replacing doctors.
They're just making their jobs easier.
Right. They're giving doctors more time to focus on patient care.
So AI is handling the data analysis,
the
routine tasks, and humans can focus on the things that require empathy and creativity. And it's not just healthcare. We're seeing this in other industries too.
Like manufacturing and logistics. AI can automate those repetitive tasks.
Which improves efficiency?
Yeah.
But it also creates new opportunities for humans.
To take on more challenging and rewarding roles.
So it's all about finding the right balance between human and artificial intelligence.
Right.
Using each other's strengths.
To create a more efficient and fulfilling work environment.
That's the key. Okay, but let's move beyond jobs for a second. AI agents also bring up questions about privacy and security.
Definitely.
How do we ensure that these powerful technologies are used responsibly?
That's a critical question. As AI gets more integrated into our lives, it will have access to more and more of our data.
And that data needs to be protected.
Absolutely. We need strong regulations and ethical guidelines.
So we're talking about data transparency, consent, accountability. People need to know how their data is being used. They need to have control over who has access to it.
And there needs to be clear responsibility. If something goes wrong...
Okay. And then there's the issue of bias in AI algorithms.
That's a big one.
If an AI is trained on biased data, it can perpetuate those biases. And even make them worse. So like if an AI is used to screen job applicants, and it's been trained on data that reflects existing gender biases, It could unfairly disadvantage women.
Exactly. We need to be very careful about the data we use to train these AIs. And we need to develop ways to reduce bias in the algorithms.
So this is where human oversight comes in,
Yeah,
and ethical considerations.
absolutely.
This is a lot of responsibility for the people developing and deploying these AIs.
It is a huge responsibility, and we need to take it seriously.
Okay, so we've talked about job displacement, privacy bias. Are there any other potential downsides to AI agents?
Well, one concern is over-reliance.
What do you mean?
We have to be careful not to become too dependent on AI.
So that we lose our own ability to think
Yeah,
critically.
Exactly, and to make our own decisions.
So it's like anything else.
Yeah.
Moderation is key. We need to use AI to enhance our capabilities.
Yeah.
But we can't let it take over.
We have to maintain our own autonomy.
We don't want to end up in a world where we're just following the orders of our AI overlords.
Exactly.
We need to remember that AI is a tool, and it should serve humanity,
That's a good point.
not the other way around.
And that brings us back to ethics.
Right.
We need to think about the values and the principles that we want to embed in these AI systems.
What kind of future do we want to create with this technology?
That's the big question.
That's a big question.
And it doesn't have an easy answer.
But it's a question we need to be thinking about now,
While AI is still developing,
before it's too late,
the future of AI is not predetermined. It's a future that we're creating
with the choices we make.
with the actions we take
We have the power to use AI for good,
to create a more just and equitable world.
more sustainable world.
That's what we should be striving for.
That's a hopeful message. It's easy to get caught up in those dystopian scenarios,
Right.
robots taking over the world. But the truth is, the future of AI is in our hands.
And that's a powerful thought.
We need to be engaged, informed,
Mm.
and proactive,
We need to shape the development of AI.
and make sure it's used for the benefit of everyone.
Exactly.
Well, this has been a really thought-provoking conversation.
It has.
It's given me a lot to think about. But now I'm curious to hear about specific examples of how AI agents are being used to solve real-world problems.
I think that's where it gets really exciting
Let's dive into those real-world applications.
in the next part of our deep dive.
Welcome back to AI for the People. We've talked about the potential of AI agents and some of the challenges, but now I want to see how these things are actually being used out there in the real world.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing to see how fast this tech is moving from those research labs into actual products and services. And one area where we're seeing a huge impact is in customer service.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Right. Like those chatbots you see on websites. A lot of them are now powered by AI agents. They can understand your questions, give you helpful information, and even resolve issues without you ever having to talk to a human.
Which is great for everyone. Customers get faster service, and companies save money.
Exactly.
But AI agents are going way beyond just basic customer support. I was reading about how they're being used for personalized marketing and even financial advice.
Yeah, that's right. AI can analyze your past behavior, your preferences, and predict what you might be interested in.
So they can recommend products or services.
Exactly. They can help you find the best deals, create personalized shopping lists, even manage your investments based on your goals and risk tolerance.
It's like having a personal assistant
Right.
who knows you better than you know yourself.
And AI agents are also making a big impact in healthcare, manufacturing, transportation.
Okay, let's talk about healthcare first.
Sure. So in healthcare, AI agents are being used to assist doctors with diagnosis, treatment planning, even surgery. They can analyze medical images to detect things like tumors much earlier and more accurately than humans. They can create personalized treatment plans based on a patient's unique genetic profile. And they can even guide surgical robots with incredible precision,
It's like having a whole team of super doctors
working behind the scenes.
to help you get better.
Exactly.
Now, what about manufacturing?
Well, AI agents are being used to control robots on assembly lines. They can optimize production schedules, even predict when equipment might fail.
Before it actually happens.
Right, which means increased efficiency, lower costs, and a safer work environment.
So the AI is making the factory run more smoothly.
And it's making the jobs of human workers easier and safer.
It's good to hear. What about transportation?
Transportation is another area where AI is having a huge impact.
I know self-driving cars are a big thing.
Yeah, self-driving vehicles are definitely a major application. But AI is also being used to optimize traffic flow in cities, to plan the most efficient delivery routes, and even to manage logistics for global shipping companies.
Wow, it's like this invisible network of AI
Yeah.
working behind the scenes to keep everything running smoothly.
And this is just the beginning. As AI agents continue to evolve, the possibilities are pretty much limitless.
Okay, so give me some examples.
Well, imagine AI agents that can create personalized education plans for every student, or AI agents that can help scientists do research, analyze huge data sets to speed up discoveries.
What about AI that can help us solve big problems, like climate change
Yeah, for sure.
or global poverty?
Absolutely. AI could help us design more sustainable cities, develop renewable energy sources, create personalized healthcare solutions for underserved communities.
It's an exciting time to be alive. And it's clear that AI is going to play a huge role in shaping our future.
But we have to remember that AI is a tool, and like any tool, it can be used for good or bad.
So we need to be thoughtful about how we develop and use this technology,
We need to make sure that AI is used to benefit all of humanity.
not just a select few,
We need to prioritize human values,
like fairness,
transparency,
accountability.
and we need to work together to create a future where AI empowers us and helps us build a better world.
That's a powerful message, and it's one that I hope our listeners will take to heart. The future of AI is in our hands.
It's up to us to shape it.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of AI agents.
We hope you learned something.
We hope you're as excited about the future of AI as we are,
Keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep imagining the possibilities.
because the future is being shaped right now, and your voice matters. Stay curious, stay engaged, and let's shape this future together. Until next time.